I ranked every MrBeast thumbnail from worst to best. Some of them made me realize how much of a genius MrBeast actually is. And some of them were... And also at the end of the video, we're gonna calculate the average views per each tier. And we're gonna answer the long-awaited question, do thumbnails matter? S are the best thumbnails and F are the worst thumbnails. Put 4 thumbnails per each tier. And in total I should have 28 thumbnails. Alright, so this is the first thumbnail. It looks very cool because it's really simple. There's nothing here, so it's really easy to understand when you're scrolling. There's also MrBeast and his logo, so you can see that it's a MrBeast video, which is good. Let me tell you this, I'd rather not be on this train if I'm being honest. It doesn't look like the safest ride. Anyways, I give this one a B. B for B movie. Alright, next up we have this one, and this is probably the last thing you want to happen when you're on an airplane. I really like that he's putting his logos on his t-shirt. He's making sure that every pixel is perfect. This thumbnail looks pretty confusing to me. It's kinda hard to look at, especially if you're scrolling. You might not fully realize what is happening. I don't think it's the worst thumbnail ever, but I think it's one of the worst ones. I'll give MrBeast the D. No, I mean like... Next up we have this thing. Like, what am I even looking at? No bear, please don't kill him, it's MrBeast, please. Like, MrBeast is doing the thumbnail face. Even the bear is doing the thumbnail face. Like, what is this, bro? Wait, this is real? MrBeast got attacked by a bear? Like, look, he's like scratching everything. He better pop some minis, or I don't know. Okay, MrBeast fans are not gonna like me saying this, but this is an F tier. Alright, next we have this thumbnail. And honestly, I think this is the best thumbnail we've seen so far. I mean, like, look at it, this is way better than any other thumbnails we've seen. Like, on the left we have Timu boat, and here's this massive $1 billion yacht. Like, look at the difference. I like how there's this storm, and here's it's really sunny. I mean, I've said this already, but he does this on every thumbnail where he puts his face. He puts his face on every single thumbnail. And since he has a few subscribers already, I feel like that's a good strategy, because then all of your fans are gonna click on it. The more you know. I think it's an A. This is the first amazing thumbnail we've seen so far. Alright, next up, we have this one. If I'm being honest, this one, it's pretty good, but it's not like amazing. Like, there's just a golden mansion, you know what I mean? Which looks really cool, but there's nothing really interesting happening. Like, a lot of his thumbnails don't even look like it's from this world. That's something that I really like about them. Like, can you imagine someone having, like, a golden mansion in the middle of nowhere? Like, what? Bro, can you imagine waking up in the middle of the night and it's just some dude watching you sleep like this? Oh hell nah, bro. Oh hell nah. New fear unlocked. Alright, that was kinda off topic, but... Anyways, I think it's like a B tier. Next up... Oh my god, bro. What? This thumbnail is crazy. Okay, I love this thumbnail. I love this thumbnail. Let me know if you guys do, because I do. Like, look, you can even see the part of the water slide all the way down here. It's already above the clouds. Like, what? That is insane. Look at all the skyscrapers. And he has no safety equipment. Who is this guy, bro? Wait, is that me? You know, something tells me that this isn't actually a real picture. It's just photoshopped. But I don't know. You know what I mean? This reminds me of the old YouTube. Like, maybe around 2015. When water slides were massive on YouTube. Like, they were viral videos, they would get millions of views, like, wow. And everyone used to clickbait and everything. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Bang, S tier. Alright, next up, but hold on. How do you spend 6 days on an island and your t-shirt looks like this, bro? Like, what, were you fighting bears there? Like, how do you destroy your entire t-shirt in 6 days? Like, that's just, like, I'm still stuck on that. Like, what? Like, forget the thumbnail, I'm just curious, like he must have been jumped by a hater of his, or I don't know, bro. Although nothing's really happening, it's pretty clean, so I think it's a C tier. Okay, C tier it is. Alright, next up, this one, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not quite sure where to put this one. At first when I saw this, I got a little panic attack, because I have the exact same car, so I thought it was mine and I rushed to my garage, and then it was there, so I've calmed down. But this thumbnail is like, oh no, the car will get crushed, what will happen? Oh, the car will get crushed, you know what I mean? That's kind of like everything. Like, it sounds a little interesting, but like, it's not the craziest thing ever. I'll give this one a D, I'm sorry. The thumbnail just isn't that good, to be honest. Alright, this thumbnail blew my mind. This, I think, this might be his best thumbnail he's ever made. Like, I'm not even joking, bro. Like, look at this. This one's beautiful. Like, look at the difference, you know what I mean? The weather, even the details that he doesn't have even space for his legs. Like, that's just beautiful. He's like eating ice cream on a golden plate. The chairs are broken, like, this thumbnail is perfect. Wow, like, I love when he does these split thumbnails. Those are just so good, bro. Although they're a bit harder to see, the idea itself is just amazing. Like S tier without a doubt, like wow. Alright, so we have this thumbnail right here. And if I'm gonna be honest, I absolutely hate it. I'm sorry, I hate it. So first of all, this thumbnail is confusing, like I don't even know what's going on. Second of all, it's not even like good either way, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing really good about this thumbnail. Like maybe it looks a little interesting, but it's so confusing and I don't know, bro. I just don't like it. Like it looks so weird, I don't even know what's going on. Why is this going on? And also, can you imagine you're just on your yacht and just MrBeast shows up with this on you? Like bro, you can't get any less lucky than that. Like come on now, bro. That's something that would happen to me with my luck, like. Anyways, E tier, I'm sorry. As you can see, we've already filled up all the tiers, at least with one thumbnail, so yeah. Alright, next up, we have this thumbnail. And you're probably gonna think I'm gonna say it's S tier, but I think it's like a B tier. And let me tell you why, okay? On this thumbnail, it's kind of like world's cheapest flight. I've never experienced that. World's most expensive flight, I've never experienced that either, you know what I mean? But on this thumbnail, it's like, I don't have to watch someone work at McDonald's. I can just wait for a Monday when I'm going to work. Also, not everyone is into sports, although a lot of people are. Then not everyone's into NFL and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not a bad thumbnail, but it's not like amazing, so I think it's a B. Next up we have this thing, and I mean, this is how my fridge looks like 90% of the time. I really like this angle on this thumbnail, like the camera being in the fridge, awesome. But there's nothing crazy happening in the thumbnail, so I think it's a strong C. There we go. Wow, okay, so we have already a few thumbnails, okay. Alright, nice. So let's keep going. And I mean, what even is this, bro? This one's a little confusing because there's a lot of things there, but still it looks pretty cool, honestly. I think that's like a C tier. Like it looks kinda interesting, but there's nothing really happening there. And it's a little confusing. Next up we have this thumbnail, and this thumbnail I think is amazing, honestly. This is one of those case scenarios that when you were a kid, you've always wondered how it would feel like having an entire store for yourself for days. And just like living in it and stuff like that. Like, I'm sure you'll find this relatable. And this thumbnail and a video literally answers your long-awaited question, you know what I mean? Like, what will you do there? Will you start throwing stuff around for no reason? Will you start eating and drinking whatever you want? That's why I'm so interested in this thumbnail. I think it's that good. So I think it's gotta be an S tier. I mean, come on. I just love this thumbnail. It just shows that an idea is just so powerful. You don't need expensive cars and mansions to make a clickable thumbnail. Ideas are often so OP. Alright, bro. Okay, so can someone tell me who made this thumbnail? Because I mean, like, what even is this? Who even is this, bro? Like, this dude doesn't even look like MrBeast, bro. He looks like he's gonna fuck them all, not like some other challenge. Like, I don't know, bro. It's gotta be one of the worst thumbnails I've ever seen. Not just on MrBeast channel, but in YouTube history. I mean, what is this, bro? Like, I'm sorry, but this thumbnail is just horrible, bro. This is an F tier if I've ever seen one. I'm sorry to all the I hunted 100 people thumbnail fans, but I just don't like this. Next up we have, oh my, I give up, bro. I give up. Like, is this a joke? What is this, bro? Like, this isn't Frozen, bro. Like this isn't Frozen Elsa versus Spider-Man. Like, bro, just F tier, just F tier. Yeah, let's just keep going, bro. And I give up, bro. Like, what is this thumbnail do? Like, this thumbnail, like, what is even happening, bro? Like, what is happening? Like, I don't even know what is happening in this thumbnail, bro. Like, I get it, they're all YouTubers, but come on, bro. I don't even know. I have no idea what is happening, even. Like, they're in some box. Why are they in a box? Like, it's just confusing. Too much stuff happening. I just don't think this thumbnail is good, bro. Bro, like, can we get a good one, though, please? Bro, I'm starting to get pissed off, bro. Like, what are these thumbnails? Alright, this thumbnail, I think this thumbnail is amazing. And the reason for that is because, I mean, look at the thumbnail. It looks like some abandoned underground city you've never seen. It's not accessible or whatever. And like the idea behind that, just like visiting it, what you'll find there and everything. I just think that's so rad. Like, I don't know if y'all agree on this, but I think it's an A. I think it's an A. Just because of the idea, and like literally any YouTuber could do this, you know what I mean? They could like find like some abandoned like city or some underground city or whatever and make a banger thumbnail like this one, you know what I mean? Like, this is 100% skill. That's why I'll give it an A. Alright, I think this one is also an A. It's not as good as this one, I think, but it's still like amazing, you know what I mean? Because like this makes you really curious. However, this makes you only a little curious. Whether this one looks so much better. Hence, I'll give it an A. Alright, we're getting there. As you can see, we're getting there. Alright, this thumbnail pisses me the fuck off, okay? I'm gonna be honest. There's no way we spent an entire week underground, buried in some fucking coffin, bro. Like, can you imagine that? Just to put a thumbnail like this on it. Like, come on, bro. Like, are you serious right now, bro?
Are you serious right now, bro?
It looks pretty damn confusing, but I guess you wanted to make sure that people know it's MrBeast buried under there. But if there was like a side angle and you could see him laying in a coffin, buried 6 feet underground, I feel like that would be such a better thumbnail. That's why I think it's D tier. Alright, next up we have this one, and although it looks pretty interesting, I'm curious why he didn't make it fly, like in the air. I feel like that would be so much cooler. And the car doesn't look that crazy, I mean it's just golden, like it's flying, I don't know, I just personally don't really like this one. Another D tier yet again. Bro, can you imagine being on this with no safety equipment, thinking you got this? Then you accidentally jump in the middle, bro, like... I don't know why I'm acting like it's funny, but I think it's A tier. Alright, this one, I wanted to put this one a bit higher. I mean, he's just lying in a circle. Like, what is there gonna happen, you know? Like, it sounds kind of interesting. Oh, how long will he last there? Yeah, but that's kind of it. But it still looks pretty interesting. I think it's B tier. This one I think is pretty cool, but it's not like insane. But like, look at all the details. Like, that's amazing. How he pays attention to every single detail. I think it's a strong C tier. I personally don't really like this one, if I'm being honest. The angle is really weird. The money and the tanks being green makes it hella confusing for me. And like the angle, this angle. Bro, can you imagine? Can you imagine if someone needed the money that badly that they would just like stand in front of the tank? Oh yes, okay, turn me up for this one, because this one is S, bro. Let me tell you this is an S. Like, look at the difference, and I mean, because I really want to see how the cheapest house ever looks like. But I also want to see how the most expensive one looks like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, you're just kind of like hella interested in both. That's just amazing. And the split thumbnails, I love them, honestly. And yeah, it's just so interesting, S tier for sure. Although the one on the left looks kind of like my house. Alright, this thumbnail, I think it's really bad, okay? Because it just looks funny, like, that doesn't even look real, it looks so weird, I don't know. It's like if he was trolling us with this thumbnail, like he made it bad on purpose. But it looks a little interesting, so it's an E. And last but not least, JK, it's least, it sucks, F tier. I'm pretty satisfied with this tier list for the most part. Now let's calculate average views per each tier. Alright, so I've calculated all the averages. And I've accidentally put the thumbnail of the same video twice because I am really smart. Alright, now I have a game for you. Can you guess what is the one with the lowest views on average? You might think it's F tier, but it's actually the E tier somehow. For some reason, the E tier has the least amount of views out of all of them on average. It has 180 million views. Wow, okay. So even the worst tier apparently has 180 million views. Wow, okay. That's just so insane, bro. Second worst one is somehow C tier, like what? It has 250 million views, so it's a lot more than E tier, but still. Like the second worst one is C tier? What? Like it's not F, it's not E, it's not D, it's C? Like what? That's so confusing. But keep in mind, some of these videos are newer, and those usually have so much less views, so yeah. Next up we have F tier. Okay, finally F tier. 224 million, wow. So the worst tier has 224 million views on average. That's so insane, bro. That's so insane to think about. Like, wow. Even the worst tier has over 200 million views. Alright, and the fourth best and worst one is somehow A. Like, what? How is A not even in the top 3? That just doesn't make sense to me, bro. Like, I'm about to cry, bro. Like, this tier list makes no sense. Like, it's driving me insane, bro. You know what? Whatever, bro. But like, I'm still stuck on that. Like both A and F tier have 220 million on average. Like what? How is that even possible? That A has the same as F. Like that makes no sense to me. Anyways, now it's the top 3, okay? Okay, so top 3 has been achieved by none other than D tier himself. Oh my goodness. No way, D tier made it into the top 3. That's insane, bro. I'm so proud. Bro, D tier has so much more views than A tier. Like that is so insane. I didn't think that would happen at all. And A tier has a video with 400 million views. Alright, and in the top 2, it's B tier with 270 million. Wow, okay. So B tier actually made it into the top 2, which is pretty crazy to think about. It beat A by like 50 million views. Like that is insane, bro. And last, but certainly not least, is S tier with over 300 million views on average. What? That is insane. Oh my god. The fact that S tier actually has the most on average is kinda cool. So as you can see, usually the thumbnails that are ranked higher on the list tend to have more views than the ones that are ranked lower on the list, but there's a decent amount of exceptions, like the A tier or the D tier.